What's going on, guys? This is Pikachu OTC from Simple Trade. Welcome to another weekly review in which I'll be talking about some runners from the past week, and we will talk about some potential runners as we head into the next week. First of all, I would like to say to everyone, happy 4th of July. I hope you're having fun on the long weekend, and I hope that you are all getting ready for Tuesday. Now, just like we talked about in the previous video, the OTC is still very hot because we can see day after day runners, and I'm talking about intraday runners, and some of them are going multi-day runners, just like the first stock on which I'll be talking about today, which is GCLT. I've talked about this stock when it was at the prices of the 0049, 0050, and mentioned it on our Discord channel, and in 3 days only, or should I say 2 days, the stock ran 500%, and just look at this insane volume that came out of nowhere. I mean, there was no front loading or anything. You can see that there is barely even any volume on that stock. You have 200,000 a day, 100,000 a day, maximum 1.2 million volume a day. So there is absolutely no volume on that stock. And then out of nowhere, 40 million in one day, and then the next day 33 million, and the stock ran 500%. Let's understand what's going on with the GCLT. Well, first of all, it is a pink current information stock, and it is only 143 million float. Now, this is a very key factor here because, as you can see, there is no volume on the stock. And just look at this. One candle of 6 million volume made the stock run about 40 to 50% right here in one day. So just imagine what could have happened with 40 million, and just like you can see, the stock ran in one day over 200% and then continued for the next day. And that is mainly because this is a low float, and when a short squeeze is coming on a low float, it can go up very fast, and that is exactly what happened here. Now let's understand a little bit more about GCLT as we go into their Twitter page. And as you can see, you could have entered a while back. You could have entered right here on June 28th when they said that they're excited to finally be in a position to release some more news about their efforts in Texas, and stay tuned. And 2 weeks earlier, they talked about some patience and some adding branches to the company on the daily, and announcement coming soon, and basically very good stuff. But as we head into June 30, they started to tweet a lot, and they said that there is no intention of dilution or reverse split. They have exciting news on the way. They said that there are major updates coming in July, so stay tuned. So July could be a hot month for GCLT, as they said, updates with an S. And they tweeted another tweet saying that they are invited to an interview with an OTC expert, OTC chairman. As you can see right here, they further added that they will go beyond the real estate into the financial market that is currently over $400 billion in size, and then keep tweeting day after day. And they even tweeted on a Saturday, so that company is very active. They said that their announcement next week, which is the following week. So you can see, just look at all of these tweets, absolutely fantastic. That's what you want to see from an OTC company, a transparency with its shareholders. Check this tweet right here, the progress we've made and the deals we have signed add enormous value, not just to the company, but to our balance sheets as well. Rest assured, this is a defining year for us. The company is coming in full force. Just absolutely fantastic. Follow GCLT because I have a feeling we will see some continuation as we head into Tuesday. So this will be my personal main watch, and that would be it for that stock. Now let's move on to another intraday runner that we already talked about on the previous weekly review, which is CMGR. And just like it ran 750% in one day on a very exciting deal with an all-star football player, right here they announced another promo deal with Target, and that news got the stock to run 300% once again with very nice volume. There was a very good opportunity to make a lot of money on that stock that day because the liquidity here was over $1 million, so you could have made a lot of money if you got in here on the news. We alerted that on our Discord channel as well, so if you want to get alerted first, make sure to join our Simple Trade Discord community. Let's move on to the next one, which is LCLP. This one we talked about way back on the channel. So if you're not familiar with LCLP, you can go to our channel and just watch the previous videos so you understand the backstory of that company. The reason that it dropped down on June 27th with a gap down, went all the way down to the 0015, is because they announced a reverse split and AS increase on a filing that they filed through the SEC. And 3 days later, where you can see this 200+ million of a volume and the 100%, 150% of a run in 2 days, and intraday around 60 to 70% run with nice liquidity, was because they withdraw that application for reverse split and AS increase. And from personal experience, I can tell you that when a company withdraws a reverse split application, the stock usually goes up more than 50%, and if there is liquidity, it can go more than 100%. So that is the main reason, and the only reason basically, that the stock gapped up and ran 150%. Next stock we're going to talk about is ILST, also covered up on this channel, also mentioned on our Discord channel multiple times, basically at the lows, 0037, 0036, something like that. The stock ran 117% in 2 days, very nice volume entered all of a sudden. The reason for that is change of control filing, so now officially the merger had happened. And what's most interesting about this change of control is that a cash payment in the amount of $305,000 was paid by ILST Holdco LLC to Karen D Carrier. So that is very interesting line, because if they were willing to pay over $300,000 to Karen Carrier for that shell, that means that they probably have revenues, because why else pay so much for an OTC shell? So right now we're just waiting for some official PR to understand what's going on with the business plan and the revenue and the projected revenues for ILST. So that one is the one to watch. You can see that it's starting a bull flag pattern right here. You can see it looks like higher lows, and there is a resistance here at the 0060. So if the news will be good, it could definitely go up to the 0080 resistance. So keep an eye out for that stock. Next company will be HIRU, HIRU. First of all, just look at this beautiful trend. The stock is going up almost on a daily basis ever since the insiders stopped selling the stock, where you can see here the two massive red candles. The stock started to accumulate and go up day after day, and it closed on the 0052. Basically, it ran, let's see, about 260% in a time period of about a month. So if you hold and if you swing just like we talked about 2 and 3 weeks ago on the previous weekly reviews, you make much more money than if you flip. Now here is a one to watch, because on July 6th they are meeting with Walmart, so that's a big catalyst. Keep your eyes out for that stock. And now let's move on to the final stock of this weekly review, which could be a potential future runner, and this is a swing play because no one knows when will something happen over here. The stock BIEI. First of all, just look at this trend, absolutely beautiful. The stock almost had no red days in like 2 weeks. That's pretty strange and pretty weird, but I guess someone knows something. Otherwise, why should the stock go up with no news whatsoever, and while they are still pink limited information stock? But what you can see here is that there are higher lows almost every day. So if that pattern continues, it can break the 0030 resistance and go to 0035 based on the trend alone. But what happens here at BIEI is that there is a speculation for a reverse merger play right here that was brought to my attention by trader named Da Vinci. And when you search BIEI on the Colorado SOS, you can see that they have an entity there, even though they are coordinated with the Nevada SOS according to filing RE. And on that Colorado SOS, you can see a new person called Randall Golding. Now that Randy is not updated on the OTC market, so my guess is when we will see the update on OTC markets, there will be much more eyes on that stock, because it is a 1 billion authorized shares stock with an OS of 1 billion, so there is no place for dilution here, and it can go very easily with that kind of a float on a CEO change or a reverse merger or anything like that at all. But remember, that can take some time, so don't go on a rush and start slapping the ass. Just follow the stock, and when that update hits, if it hits, you will know what to do. That was it about this weekly review, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to drop a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell notification button so you don't miss any other future videos. If you're not on our Discord community, make sure to go to the description and join our Discord channel because we bring pure value. I wish you all a very green and a profitable week.